Good morning. It is day 126 on the Pacific Crest Trail, and it's been a bit of an interesting one today. It's quite cold, it's quite cloudy. It was quite cloudy last night as well. In fact, I think a cloud went through where we were camped, and everything got soaked again. So even though it was all deserty and dry, my quilt is packed up probably the wettest it's been, I think. Hopefully it'll get a bit sunnier and I can dry it out in the afternoon at some point. But yeah, today promises to be a fun one. So yeah, aiming for about 27 miles, I think. There's 8 miles till the next water, and then 22 after that. So it's technically a 22-mile water carry. My plan is to get a bunch of water at the 8 mile, camp in about 27, 28 miles, and then tomorrow morning pick up the rest. I may push through for the 30. We'll see how I feel, how much time is left, just to have water at the end of the day, but we'll see. There is also a fair bit of elevation. I think it's like 4,000 up and down, but I think that'll be better and preferable to yesterday, because it was so flat and cruisy yesterday, but just like the repetitive steps that I was taking just really were quite painful. So it'll be really nice to stretch out my legs on a bit of up and down. So yeah, should be a fun one. A fairly long day. See how it goes.
Hello again. Today was so much better than yesterday for so many reasons. Where do I start? I will start with the hiking. So to begin with, like yesterday I was really struggling. It was 23 miles, but I was in loads of pain. 4,000 up, 4,000 down. Just kind of spread across the entire 30 miles. Was so chill. Like just having those rolling hills just made it really easy to like stretch out my legs the whole time. My mysterious foot pain from yesterday was gone. I had a little bit of stiffness by the end of the day, but I think it was more because of 30 miles than anything else. But it was so much easier to hike than yesterday. Yes, yesterday did have Crater Lake, which was amazing. But the views as well today, like across the entire day, were more kind of just different. So it kept things fresh. Like the last 15 miles of yesterday were just very samey, very boring. And yes, I know I sound like a very entitled PCT hiker, and yes, I could probably find beauty in the day if I tried hard enough, but I'm allowed to have opinions. But yeah, today was so much more just varied across the day. I think what also helped was normally I'll start the day without any kind of music or anything like that, and then wait until I feel like I need an extra boost to listen. But that often means that I'm kind of down or not in the best headspace when I do listen to music or anything like that. So today I thought I would start the day with podcasts, and it turns out they're a lot easier to listen to when you're in a good mood. I listened to a series of about 5 podcasts on the history of 1968 in terms of US like key events and politics, which was interesting. Kept me entertained for most of the day. Had a wonderful time. It just flew by. So I got to the water that was 7 or 8 miles in. Like I say, felt kind of instantaneous, which meant that I did decide on doing the full 30 when I got there, because 22, it was like maybe 10 o'clock, maybe 10:30. 22 miles did not seem that bad at that time. It was a 22-mile water carry, which is kind of insane. But I don't normally drink enough water, and I didn't drink all the water that I had. I think I carried about 4 litres total today, and I think I still had somewhere around 2 litres left. But I don't feel dehydrated. It was fairly cool for most of it, fairly shady. So yeah, there's a lesson for me. Big win on the dehydration front. It's just funny because the day started off fairly or potentially miserably, in that it was really cold and wet and miserable. Like my sleeping pad had deflated again, and the condensation, I think there was a cloud or fog that came down and everything was just soaked, so I felt damp inside my quilt, and it just it was cold to start the day. I also fell while trying to record a nice view. I will keep the clip in, so you've probably seen it already because it was one of the first few. at the beginning of the day. But if you want to go back, I think it's a fun little game to try and find. If you can see my trekking pole as it flies through the air, maybe you can pause and rewind, and added a little bit of interaction for you. But yes, I fell over. Luckily, it was fine. I think I scratched my ankle a bit, but did not impact me in any way, which is wonderful. And then from there, the day just got amazing. Like, views good, terrain amazing, super cruisy, podcast entertaining. I downloaded Bo Burnham's deluxe Inside album, which kept me going for a little bit, although not as good as a Flight of the Conchords album, because that was more of like a live comedy show rather than just songs from an album, so one to keep in mind. But still got me through next little bit. And then to finish off the day, amazing trail magic. So this family, I think, are just like camped out with their RV, and they're full on barbecue. They've just hosting a barbecue for any hikers that come through. So I had multiple burgers and hot dogs, multiple drinks. I had s'mores. It was beautiful. Just an amazing way to end the day. Incredibly grateful for it. And yeah, I just love the trail. You know, like, yesterday was not a fun day. Last few days have not been fun generally. So it's been, just not the most entertaining of times. And yet today was just such a good day. Just turned it all around. It's so cool. Also, not many mosquitoes today. There were some, but my new DEET kept them away. The more butterflies, just extra little bits of joy. I also saw Diamond Lake at the beginning of the day, which is cool because I swam in that lake about 10 years ago as well, so it was cool to see it from a distance for the nostalgia. Walking past Mount Thielsen in the morning, that's all the funky views you have of the big pointy mountain that is one of the most mountainy looking mountains around. And one last thing, I've told at least 10 people about the shortcut, and so far everyone is doing it. So I feel a little bit sneaky. But it's nice to know I'm not alone, and tomorrow's going to be a nice short 20 miles into Shelter Cove where I can get all my chores done before heading back out, and then only 4 days until I go to a wedding. So yes, I've rambled on for a very long time, but yeah, special day. It's been so much fun. Looking forward to continuing it tomorrow with an amazingly chill day and whatever lies beyond. I will see you tomorrow.